area.
51st floor, I do believe, as we go up, up, up.
And away.
I forgot how that song goes. That's the one. That's the one. Yeah. Have you ever seen Stunner handle a sausage so gracefully before?
I mean, I've seen it when he's got Jason close by.
That's true.
He tends to do well with the assistance of Jason Moses O'Toole.
This is 2 IC.
I'm excited, actually. I'm excited to see if Gambit can continue the domination they've had on Vertigo. I mean, what was it? You were just telling me 15?
15 in a row.
15 in a row, Chad. So that's one way to get it started. The party has definitely begun.
Yeah, well, look, any resistance that Entropiq can add to this map here will be a nice surprise. They already find themselves in a 3-on-5, and that's the burst fire Glock. You don't see that very often, guys. To take a picture, it'll last longer. Forrest is angry.
Yeah, he's mad, and Axile using the burst fire for Crad is certainly gonna bother him more. More from Axile. That's 3, and give him the 4th. Elian gonna have to back away on this one, and a quick pulse shot from Axile's Glock. Still very an imposing presence he has. Jumping and call it 4. All right, well, Axile's come to play here on Vertigo, makes that very clear.
Do you reckon this is a Zoomer map? Like Vertigo and Ancient are Zoomer maps?
It could be.
And Dust to Inferno and Mirage are Boomer maps?
You know, I don't hate the comparison.
Because, look, all I'm saying is...
Gambit youngsters...
On Vertigo, 15-0. This year, I think they played 28 Vertigos. They've lost 2. Right, so if they continue in... I don't remember...
And I remember the loss to Heroic was a series, as Yanko said, that they lost. You know, Heroic lost.
Yeah.
Gambit still won and converted that series. So even in the face of defeat, they're still winning.
I'm curious as well. It's obviously having to go back a couple of years now, but remember Astralis' dominance on Nuke? I haven't had my refresher in Astralis dominance in a while. Was it? I think it was 23 in a row that they were on in Nuke. Ooh. I'll have to double check. They eventually lost it to Ents. I think that was in Madrid? Maybe Madrid?
I remember the Inferno record was broken. That was by Big on Inferno. On Inferno? Specifically, believe it or not.
Wow, it was on Inferno?
It was, yeah, actually.
Wow.
Yeah, a bit of a surprise, I know.
Well, this one's going pretty well for Gambit, all things considered.
I mean, I'm excited that they might be hitting B frequently. At least if these first 2 rounds are anything to go by. Terrible catch out of Shiro there. It's like when you're watching a golden retriever try and catch a ball late, you know?
Butterfingers.
Slow motion dog reactions. And within the smoke, they reside. Nathany was hoping to catch a little summon, and instead his whole team finds frags. It's Nathany with 2. Patience rewarded, and short work of the remaining 2 as well. Lovely start for Gambit. They couldn't have gone really to any better of a start. Looking at the deaths, I see a grand total of 3. Time for round 3. Just the USP.
Do you see that Mouse NXT content? They did?
No, what did they do?
So they did, with their Academy squad, that's Mouse NXT, they did, you know that game where you put the card up on your head and you have to guess who you are?
Yes.
Right, and everybody in the circle has that. So Cyclone, the coach of Mouse, he was given me. And they were going through the question and he's like, did I used to be a pro player? And some of the kids in Mouse NXT are so young, they said no. So that means I don't talk about the Titan game anywhere near enough.
Clearly, you're not relevant enough anymore. Oh, that's no fun for anyone.
Shiro can't believe his luck.
Yeah,
2 for 1 special.
Of 1. And, well, the A site is wide open for business. They will smoke off what they need. And the CT's aggression towards T-Spawn is not going to have anyone to receive them. I think I'll keep this perfect start for Gambit dialogue running, because it doesn't look like they're going to lose anything here, he says, with bated breath. There's a little loose. Elian would do very well to retrieve that when the entire Gambit squad is here. So they've definitely kept that Galil from falling into enemy hands, and still happy to call that pretty much perfect. Grand total of 4 deaths stomached over 3 rounds of play, and it is time for the guns to come out from Entropiq. Let's see if they can make this competitive after all.
Hello, hello. I do love an Axile clinic. I do really enjoy an Axile Clinic because the thing is, he's so sharp, he just peels everybody else apart, right? And it is good to see. So let's see if he can keep it going. Somebody suggested, by the way, in one of the threads that we should give Malbs the nickname of the Doctor.
The Doctor, what, because he fixes all of their...
I think the glasses.
Also, yeah. Maybe he's got bad handwriting as well.
Yes, got that chicken scratch. Well, back towards B we go, and we like this, you know, just a bit of variety. The B bomb site is one that is, well, the least discovered out of the two. This little smoke here from Hobbit, or is it a flashbang? Let me just double check.
Flash held at the moment.
Okay, so this one here would be good to help them entry into the B bomb site. Little jump throw in the mix. Oh, isolated, tall box, in trouble. Lucky, you're dead. Yeah, you were really dead.
Very much so. Nickelback, whew, as his vision's restored, it's blacked out permanently. Enters with a bullet to the brain.
Like roadkill dead.
Yeah, Hobbit's already on a pretty quick flank. He's been spotted out. Forrester deals with that, so we'll be able to hold on to what his hat.
You considering getting into hats?
I had a hat phase very briefly.
How old were you? Were you like 16?
No, more like 21.
Okay,
You know,
so
like
recent hat phase.
Yeah, I had a lot of complimentary gaming hats given my way.
I see, you're like a Rush hat wearer.
Yeah, at one point I had like a kind of decorative hat display on my shelf.
I see.
Just not really knowing what to do with them all.
Were they flat brims?
They were your standard snapback. I had the Hellraiser snapback. I had, yeah, that's pretty rare actually, as far as snapbacks go. Yeah, it didn't last long.
I was big into hats in school.
Do you remember the floppy beanies?
The floppy beanies.
Like a lot of people like the kind of the Smurf.
Oh, at the back.
Floppy beanie.
Yeah, I never really had much need for a beanie.
Nor I. I suppose in Australia as well, you'd be a bit of a tit wearing a woolly hat.
Yeah.
Most of the year.
I did when I would go to work in the mornings and it was 0, but it was only 0 for about an hour and then it would just heat up. But I remember in primary school, I had a visor and I had longish hair and I had the hair over the top of the visor.
Now that is pretty gangster. Yeah. That's what I want to hear.
I got visors banned.
Elian is aggressive to say the least. Have you ever seen a CT AWPer there, Chad, at 1 minute 38? I haven't.
No, and I think that's why he's going to skedaddle right now. He's going to set Lucky up, leave him here, pivot that AWP around. But I wouldn't imagine Lucky's going to be too long for this world if he hangs around. And you can just see here as these smokes start to fade as well. Nafany, this is where he does some of his absolute best work. Oh, okay. Went straight down his back pocket.
Yeah, he went into his shirt. He was rattling around inside of him. Yeah, well, that was a lovely way to find the info, I suppose. Nafany trying to get up to a cheeky smoke trick. Sometimes he has his teammates flash him through as he gets up off the sandbags.
It's an interesting smoke that they're throwing there, right? To land on that lip.
Tight line, lovely impact from Forrester here, and Crad strikes as well. So, Entropiq, this is a pretty strong message they're sending, and suddenly it's a 2v2.
Lucky's flanking though, all right, keep the tempo.
Elian, they're closing the gap fast. He'd love to slow them down, and a fake plant. Axel will collect another. This clinic you were discussing is not going to stop. It has no brakes. He has no bullets. And so they do break through. Lackey up against Shiro in the 1v1. He's going around the world to short, and that's the frag he was waiting for. Lackey does come up clutch when it matters most, and all of that hard work on ramp does translate into an Entropiq first.
I like that setup. Quite a nice setup, right? They had Forrester in charge of the walk-up there on the ramp, and then they had Crad in charge for the pop-up of the head on the sandbag. So a nice little setup they're able to pull up on the CT side. Might even catch it again in the highlights here. So Crad gets a very fortunate kill onto Nafany. This one here was nice as well. Just holding Gambit at bay. It did get out of control for a moment of play. Axile almost single-handedly bringing them into this one. Shiro on the low HP, scrambling, and Lackey with some impact here. So good to see out of Lackey. And the double AWPs immediately brought on forward. So Entropiq flush for cash. Nickelback with one, Elian the other, and away we go.
Interesting, Nickelback takes that AWP to mid. It's an effective way to lock it down. Battle on ramp does deter Crad, some bullets catching him. He lives on, but only just.
It's going to be interesting to see how Nafany evolves in the way he wants to approach this position, right? Him and Art were the ones kind of bringing into the popularity, limping out that smoke close towards the scaff, playing up behind it, one-waying around it. A little bit more tamed than around like this, but still getting the same level of resistance. I feel that's a fight I'd have Axel winning every day of the week. If it was just Axel go kill B and he gets a solo fight against Lackey, why the hell not? Trades over towards A in the interim, and there you go. Lackey's dead. Just go B, boys.
Yeah, and they will. Axel charging, Nickelback's AWP. If he finds him now, might have something to say about it. Recovers a flashbang. That will catch Nickelback just a little. Oh, and that was his chance. Call it quits.
Save again, yeah.
Gambit 5. Yeah, they are going to get stomping here on the T side.
If you kind of just think about what Gambit are doing, right? Imagine that they're like in a box and they're pushing on either of the walls, right? So they're pushing out on opposite sides of the box, they're pushing out either of the walls, and whichever one gives first, they'll just go back to that one, right? Like, they're never really having to leave the box. They're just kind of, you know, pushing, and then, okay, well, we'll go. Now Hobbit has an opportunity here to contain. So once this is cleared on out, it feels like it's good info, but Hobbit, he's lying in wait. So pop, another one goes on down, and it's just Elian here to save onto this AWP. And he's got a barrage of nades coming his way here. Does hit a quick one. Going to do everything he can to hold on to this. They're clamping in all around him. Shiro on the scaff, Inters and Axel. Well, they've cut him off at the pass, and we'll call that 5. Going to be interesting how many other good Vertigo teams can you name?
Let's see, my list is all outdated now.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're out of the player break as well. It becomes super hard.
I feel like we've seen a distinct lack of Vertigo, like teams willing to play it.
Let me get you the map stats for the tournament so far.
Yeah, let me find, or let you find that. I'm intrigued.
I think Ancient has been the lowest played, unfortunately. Well, I guess everybody else maybe unfortunately, but for us.
Hey, that's something for Nickelback. I'm not sure if it was smoked, but it looked like it might have been. Nah, Hobbit's definitely addressing the potential.
Ah, that's the classic Nafany play. Sitting behind that smoke, which you can operate as a one-way. Makes it a bit more precarious when picking down as a CT. Now, they do know that somebody's likely in that ladder room, and you can clamp him down from multiple angles here. You can take control of mid, and then he's isolated. He's going to fall down to his demise, and I don't think Entropiq have too many shots in a round like this. They'd have to hope something crazy goes wrong. So let's cover off just so far in the Pro League what we're looking at in terms of map distribution. 27 Mirages played, 25 Infernos, 24 Nukes, 18 Dust 2s. I think we've probably done 17 of those 18.
Yeah.
16 Overpasses, 10 Vertigos, 11 once this one gets counted, and 9 Ancients.
Ah, okay. So yeah, significantly underplayed. 27, was it, Mirage at the high end? So most...
yeah, 27.
So Mirage is first, was it Inferno or second?
Inferno, then Nuke, then Dust 2, then Overpass, then Vertigo, then Ancient.
But yeah, 2 newest additions to the pool. 2 least played maps in Pro League.
I'd be interested to see, however, when we... 20 seconds.
Yeah, like it makes it slightly awkward if you could somehow not die. Yeah, now we're talking.
This is going to get awkward for a second. Nafany might need to get a move on. We got 10 seconds. He's going to get around the corner.
Oh, they've got Molly.
Oh.
And Shiro's got the frag. All right, problem solved.
Handled.
Short-lived in the excitement for Entropiq, and I feel like that might be the trend of Vertigo.
I think what I might do, Alex, is once the group stage concludes, is have a look at the maps played in the group and then do the percentages, how many of those maps are played of the overall 100, and then we will be able to compare that to what maps are played in the playoffs. Because maybe we'll see an influx of maybe some more Ancient, or maybe Overpass will get played a bit more, especially with the likes of Fnatic and stuff. So, it'll be an interesting one to keep tabs on here. This little nade from Hobbit there. It's a good way to take the AWP off the line that we saw Nickelback on before, and also if they want to go a bit Aggie mid, it's does deter them. Now, Crad, he's the one tasked with finding Nafany. I think he might get away with it this time. Nafany's already been chipped away, and behind he pivots. Nafany's just so aware. He just takes that one for free. Crad looks silly then, doesn't he?
Yeah, I can't believe it, though, because right up until he gets the kill, it looks like Crad has an advantage. Nafany just doubles back on himself, clears it, well aware of the CT maneuvers. We've seen time after time in many Gambit Vertigo games how often they're effective around that ramp smoke, both on T and CT.
Elian dead.
How dare you besmirch his name?
I don't know, man. It's Nafany. You know, I can't go against him.
Nah,
he's the in-game leader we all wanted to be.
Look at the angle. I love that from Forrester. He's found a lovely mix-up from the sandbags position. Catches the short walk-up. Axel's up to his usual tricks.
He's so confident.
One-man beat.
Just straight through the smoke.
Look at the damage he did. Like, Lackey's going to be calling for help after that.
Yeah, you're not expecting the marauder of Axel just appearing through the smoke like it's been set up for his arrival.
They're working up the ramp.
Ooh, Nickelback yet to frag. We'd love one in a round like this.
Yeah, certainly. And he's dropped that smoke down in expectation of this AX sec. Forrester short side, Nickelback headshot. Oh, and it comes way too easy for Axile. Damn, Forrester caught moonwalking out. Bomb to be planted, zero real chance to contest.
Oh, what is that?
Cool little lineup.
Hello.
Very nice little lineup. You can see it's burnt down Inters. They were unable to extinguish. Now, if you find that AWPer in an elevated position, you could perhaps threaten on Axile. Shuro on short.
They're using their smoke against them, Alex.
They're
using their own smoke against them.
They're holding it. They're holding it. And that's the end of that. Get the frags if you want. Because that's a round for Entropiq. It gets costly with all the lost weapons.
That's into smoke, right?
I believe so. The one that he got out late.
Yeah, so not only does he die, he leaves them a nice little surprise. So this was the cool little molly there from Nickelback with the nade combo. So that accelerates the demise, and then in their own smoke, right under their nose.
And with super low HP as well.
Oh, naughty, naughty right there. Okay, well, one's a steal away, but one that's going to be hard to recover from.
Chad, the 2 rounds Entropiq have had so far have come down to a 1v1, and they're diffusing the smoke. It's far from easy for these boys. And they are ready to contest ramp. They are here.
There we go.
And now Crad has won his head-to-head with Nafany.
Thanks, Lord. All right, that was going to get real unfortunate for Crad if he kept on going down. Oh, I like this boost as well. We did see Complexity doing this with a player over towards Sandbag as that third man.
Well, they managed to at least keep it even. Crad maintains the advantage that they've had. Entropiq 3 members left on Gambit.
Shiro just threw the AWP away, right? He just threw the AWP down into elevator room. So it tells me that they're not as likely to save now. They're more likely to go for this. And one of the things is denying that AWP, well, you know that Alien's not going to be able to get it going forward. So you understand the thought process here. Now are Gambit able to make this one look magical. They still have 3 alive. They still have a good amount of util. They've cut noise. They've allowed a chance for Entropiq to start thinking and having a discussion about what is open. Right now, mid, completely open.
Yeah, no one's addressing it. Starting to confirm the CT's suspicions, and a couple of nades ahead of the push.
This is good. Bonk.
Promising. Yeah, that hurts. Definitely leaves a mark on Nickelback. Now more util dumped in. They need to clear close. They've got a lot of presence up short, and it's Forrester with his MP9. They know he's on site. Shiro should be able to isolate a 1v1
Time
here.
now has to plant.
Where's the bomb?
Oh, he's run over it.
He's messed it up.
Fumble.
Ah, he loses his life because of it. I think he misread where the bomb was. He slips off, and he gets just caught on the cross back. So that's another one for the list of how Entropiq won CT rounds.
Yeah, okay, so 3 rounds here that have come down to the finest of margins. And you can see here just
This
by
slip.
jumping off the edge. Oh, I've gone too far.
And that's the end of you.
No going back at all. Okay. Oh, Gambit, they can retain the rifles. They can retain the buy. It's still looking very good for them. Entropiq, with only limited players surviving in these rounds, sometimes none, are still up against it. And Nafany, oh, he's been on the receiving end of some deaths lately.
Okay, humbled a little. Down to 40 HP. Elian taking a couple of shots, and
Here's the gap.
oh, it's happened again. Axile, it's 17 and 3. And Crad can't hold a mid against the entire squad. Forrester can have a go. But Nickelback up against the entire squad here. And wow, the bomb's committed to B. He's got that frag and gotten away. That gives us something to talk about. Elian has Inters right up against him here in the smoke.
Oh, you don't love this.
Past each other completely. Nickelback takes one with him, but yeah, that's one way to end a round. I do want to address Axel. Like, if anybody wants to be that B-Stairs defaulter, just go ahead and load up an Axel demo. Just steal it all. The way he's taken this site this time is just lingering and wall banging. Kind of doesn't really feel fair.
No, it doesn't, does it? Oh dear. Okay, well, 7-3, and you spoke of, well, we spoke about, just how fine of a margin these have been. Crad getting mad. Crad getting real mad. Crad's a big boy as well.
Sometimes you got to walk away.
Yeah.
Just walk away, take 5 seconds, look out the window.
Yeah, okay. Well, it's not going to go better for Entropiq into the next round of play. You can see here just how limited their investment has been. Now, this flash from Nickelback could be, you know, a little bit of something. They know there's multiple members, and the flash came out. Not a lot of commitment behind it, right? It felt like it could have been a horde of CTs popping out from their hidey holes. Instead, dismantled one by one. And that'll be the 8th round. The half has been won. I think just get him out of here at this point. It's feeling like Gambit. They don't want to lose on Vertigo. They want to get their 16th consecutive victory.
Wow, yeah, well, it's going to become a record. It's already established 16th if they take this one.
It must be a Vertigo record.
Yeah, it must be.
Right, like I'm trying to think.
There's no way. I mean, is that what led to your previous good Vertigo teams question? I had G2 Mouse when it was first released, and both of those have kind of fallen off. Like, that was G2 Kenny T-side AWPing. Do you remember, like, back when they just peek into the A site and you just get to play sandbags for 40 seconds?
Yeah.
That worked well. But no one's come close to Gambit in terms of Vertigo dominance.
No, I know like in the super early days, it's something that Virtus Pro, I think when they were Avant-Garde, was something that they did like to play, or maybe that was just after they had signed for VP. I think that Furia as well liked it a little bit in the beginning. We do have a bit of a technical timeout, everybody. Do you know the crazy stuff, right? We obviously have this major coming up in late October. The amount of things that have happened between the Star Ladder Major in 2019 and the PGL Major that's going to take place in 2021. We also already spoke about how many days it was between lands. How many days it was between majors is absurd. Like,
I still couldn't believe it.
Crazy.
Like, it was hard for me to believe that the last major was Star Ladder Berlin 2019.
Yeah, and you can put yourself there.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
yeah,
I remember exactly what I was doing. It was when the boys, they made like a dream run in the event, right? They went super deep. I'm doing a shoey like an absolute idiot.
That's right.
Right? Like, but that, to me, feels like forever ago. And I guess it is forever ago. Like, you look at, here's this for everybody at home. Alex and I were commentating the minors, right, at the event before the player break in 2019. Then after the player break was the major. At that minor, we were casting Simon Gaming, which featured Perfecto, who is now in the best team in the world.
Yeah, and is seen as the clutch master of Na'Vi.
That much has happened in that period of time.
Yeah,
that's absurd.
True. Yeah, and I'm sure you could do it even better. You know, Entropiq, we had a couple of members of them, actually from the Hard Legion, Crad, yes. I believe.
Yep, Crad, Forrester. Yep.
2 members of that who are just, you know, desperately trying to qualify for a major, now finding themselves in the ESL Pro League. Like,
imagine the other crazy stuff. Like, we have Astralis. You look at that team as the dominant force that they were. Well, in 2019, they won the major, right? Think about everything that's happened with Astralis since then. Lucky, their most recent addition is 18. In 2019, the kid would have been 16 years of age.
When Astralis were the most dominant team in Counter-Strike history.
That's just wild.
Yeah,
that really puts things in perspective when you start to look back and take a look at it and break them down into those little chunks. We had so much going on back then.
Yeah, but it's also, you know, like with such a large void, I think it just puts so much extra anticipation onto what this major will deliver, you know, and thinking about the teams. Like, there's so many names that I think believe that major is there, like it's theirs to lose. It's not like it's a, you know, an Astralis defending the major kind of vibe. There is going to be, I'd need 2 hands to count the amount of teams that are going to be coming in thinking that trophy is set for them. Yeah,
I think the thing is, like, we obviously have Na'Vi and Gambit. They're at the tip of everybody's tongue in the conversation, right? G2, if they could shrug off the form that they just showed in EPL, they were the grand finalists of Cologne, the most recent LAN. VP, if they can shake, well, they have to qualify first. I don't even get a conversation about VP. We don't even know if they're going to make it through the RMR, right? Right now, they're on the cusp. VP aren't even guaranteed a slot right now.
Crazy.
So the next set of RMRs is going to determine a lot. Astralis, they are the defending team. I know it's not the defending lineup.
I still would put them like straight up, like just up for debate because it's Glaive and because it's a major.
Yeah. right?
Like I'm willing to succumb to the fact that yes, it is a very different roster, but they are still capable of defending that title.
The heroic conversation is probably one, but we all, if we're paying attention to Counter-Strike right now, know a lot of stuff is a little bit iffy over there. So we have
in flux.
Yeah, that's one way to put it. So we'll have to wait and see how that one all shakes out. Like, what does Fnatic become? Are they legit just out the gates? FaZe, we know they do better. Like, there's so many teams to have a conversation about here, but I think if you consider the Counter-Strike we've had in 2021 with Gambit becoming the best team in the world and then the back and forth with Na'Vi, imagine a final with Gambit versus Na'Vi, you know, like something like that could just be chock-a-block full of excitement.
Yeah,
Shiro
don't forget,
Simple.
Simple's not got a major trophy.
No, you put that in his cabinet, then let's debate that GOAT status, shall we? Okay, well, see how we go, because the guns are back out for Entropiq here, and it feels like it's been a long time between drinks. They've had these buys that have been cobbled together. They've won these rounds by the smallest of margins, and Nafany's back to his tricks. The smoke fader.
It's just a matter of time until Simple has a major trophy, though, right? It's not like he's gonna. You don't think he could fall the same way Guardian did?
Come on now, don't even start that talk.
All right.
Don't even start that talk.
Forrest is safe from the initial flash, but Nafany's wise to a lot of the games played around here. Oh, he could be getting caught out. He slipped through. Forrester,
They have no idea.
Yeah, they have no idea. He's actually used that perfectly. Walks up on the smoke. Now Nafany can catch them wherever they want. Oh, changed my mind. Some stray bullets through does lead to his demise. Mission accomplished. Loud though, Forrester being hunted. Shiro will swing into him, and that's another for the defense. Here we go. Entropiq, off the back of the extended timeout, are posting all the frags necessary. Actually, Lackey winning his duel against Axel for the first time. Certainly helps.
Yeah, this one here is looking really good right now. I think if you can just take as many down with you as you can. Wow, that was a quick flick. Inters has gotten one. 2 more would be great, but with only 15 seconds left, maybe he's just saving. So, yeah, just really timing themselves out in a round like that. Gambit will concede their 4th, but this time, not through a defuse and not through a 1v1. So there you go. Not too shabby whatsoever.
4th time's the charm, as they say.
That's how the saying does go.
They just can't stop saying it.
Yeah, it's very popular.
Oh, yeah.
Well, like maybe that's the Russian saying. Not 3rd time's the charm, 4th time's the charm.
Maybe that's the variation that I've been missing.
So this here is super unlucky for Nafany because he's going for a genius level play and he's copped a stray bullet. They were doing that intentionally right there in case Nafany was going for a play like that. So it's not like they were unawares of his antics, but slowing him down. And now, well, Entropiq, they win this round. They might actually get a decent half out of all this. Here he goes again. Now you see Nafany throw 2 smokes, right? This one here to walk up ramp, and he does throw another one closer towards Scaff if he wants Scaff control. This time through again, and it's on timing right now. Oh, he's passed. Oh, and he can't get it done. He's given away his life probably more often than not now. It's definitely started to shift in the conversation.
Yeah, Hobbit slipping through though. I don't know if Forrest is anticipating this so quick, and yeah, the CT smoke short does nothing, if anything. Something forgot Hobbit to play around. That looks promising. Hobbit's still a threat. Whole of Gambit are starting to rejoin the force as well. Oh, wow.
Into the pre-fire.
Yeah. Losing his head and disadvantaged Gambit here. Starting to see a bit of a half shape up. Now, they've cut noise and they plan to return to Lackey's B.
Nickelback's not far away, you know. It looks like he's even going to start cheating over towards that construction position. So they should have 2 on the side. Lackey's just flashed and called clear, but it's kind of dud info. They are coming his way. Oh, don't screw this one up with the sound cue here, Gambit.
Oh, he converts it with the Kraus wallback. And now it falls apart. Entropiq, one of the best chances they've had, and the B defense falls flat. A well-executed boost. Axel posting more and more frags at this point. 19-4. That's a KD to be proud of.
Oof. He's having one of those games.
He is. Like, I mean, the speed by which he started that engagement after mantling up and hard commits to it, he's just got that confidence in his own ability that very few players can have.
The thing is, I feel like he does his better work on the CT side when he just gets to aim at the top of those stairs. So there might be a lot more to come from Axel in this map.
I mean, who knows the weak points and what the points to target than someone that plays the defensive B site as well.
True, very true, right? You know those pressure points. You know what is the most annoying to play against. And not everybody, right? And I know we said download the Axel demo and have a look. When you watch videos on the CT side, we're all not going to be able to do that because we all can't hit pixel-perfect headshots.
Yeah.
But certain positions you might be able to take some inspiration from, I'm sure.
On the T side, at least, there's some bits and bobs you might be able to pick up. Some smokes.
Just learn how to do the boost on that left-hand side down the bottom properly, guys, right? Just with that, when you jump on the, I guess we'll call it the safety rope,
yeah.
Make sure that if you're the guy, right, who gets on the higher bit, you're the guy jumping on the head, okay? Use that pole to get on your teammate's head. That way, nobody has to crouch.
And there is Nafany. It's the 4v5 simulator. Gambit wanted to practice.
If they make it harder from the start, they'll feel more accomplished when they win the round.
No, it's like they've got the training leg weights on, like Rock League.
Well, because Nafany is the in-game leader, right? So this is just one of the drills that he does with his team. This guys, I'm going to run in and die. Then I want you to win a 4v5, okay? And then that's the strat.
Okay, so I imagine it starts with maybe Axel, maybe Hobbit?
Maybe the Hobnob.
All right. Hobnob looking for a dunk. Oh, it's Elliot all day long. The 3v5 simulator does not sound like as much fun.
This one isn't what Nafany planned for, so they're going to have to try again next round.
Have they got two? They have. Watch this. Whoop. Oh, Lackey down to 30. One a little too deep, but there is a death. Forrester, a gap established. Nickelback pulled out of B.
A big rotation now.
Thank you, Shiro. Thank you very much. Now all that has to happen is Axel has to happen. It's Lackey and Elian to receive him. Starts the commit. Oh, they flashed off the AWPer at the bare minimum.
Molly there.
They did miss the molly, but it's generators that's the issue. Like, how do you force Elian off of this line? You've got a single smoke.
Run boost is nice.
Oh, if he gets it, run boost across onto the box. Elian's quick. And Inters has managed to find one. Closing the gap now on Elian, and now a missed shot enables some more space. Shiro swings wide and punishes another. It's falling apart, a safe plan. AK found, Krad to rotate in, but Gambit, the 3v5. Entropiq, 2 opening frags. It doesn't matter. Inters with 3, Shiro the pair. And Gambit recover from a double disadvantage.
Bit of a Listerine face on this one.
It is, isn't it?
Like, the 2 opening kills don't come much easier than that. This one here, oh, just finding him, lurching on out. This run boost, instantly denied, picked out of the air, but look at this. Inters immediately with the trade, runs down the space, takes it away to make things more awkward for Ellie. And that smoke that he throws, I don't know if it's deliberate, but it was deep and it left a gap so he could cover Shiro. I don't know if it was intentional, but it worked out perfectly.
It absolutely did, yeah, and Gambit are going to be feeling themselves. Nafany certainly not, though. He's been on a...
Well, he's not stopping.
No, he's not. He's ahead of the smoke.
You can't stop me.
I will die. Let me die. Oh, well, Hobbit's the first to fall. Maybe this is Nafany's moment to come alive as he tries to be a little rat.
He's going to die in the smoke again.
And, yep, his toes were visible.
Okay. Well, we've seen this one before.
I haven't seen the 2v5 before.
No, you're right.
Shiro caught as well by Elian aggressive, so they've demanded ramp control, and they've got it. In fact, control of the bomb as well, and looking to finish with a 5th.
Snatched it away. Careful now. That has to be it. Like, that has to be it.
Yeah, that's it. They do know it's Axel left, though, so alert, and oh, he's so scary.
Keep on coming.
No.
He's here.
No. Leave him alone, Axel. Stop bullying them. Thank you. 10-5, bloody hell. Gambit, pole position to collect and secure a spot in the playoffs. Vertigo, a whole lot of fun. Maybe not for Entropiq. I love it when Shiro starts talking with his hands.
It's great, isn't it?
Yeah, that's when you know he's got something in mind. And Hooch, coach of Entropiq as well, rather animated. But yeah, it's been a good half from Gambit, all things considered. They really started and finished incredibly strong. Axel gave us all just a bit of a tutorial on how to be the most dominant presence on the B stairs, the most inactive part of the map. Still managed to leave with a scoreline that baffles most. That's 21-6.
Easy.
Easy life for Axel. Let's see if Entropiq can close the gap and make it look more respectable by winning the pistol. But I think we all have a suspicion as to how this one may end.
Well, they're so confident in Axel's abilities, they've left him to hold mid and B on his own, right? So Axel, you take that whole half of the map and we'll just worry about A. They're going to be quick on this B split. I cannot believe they're going towards Axel.
They are. They decided he hasn't been tested enough. And he's got an angle for it. So have they. Oh, it's perfect. Inter's boosted up. Axel's got pressure on both fronts and just about finishes off Ellie and Lackey swinging. And that one bullet just shy of the mark. Lackey, though, does well to find the Nafany flank. It is only Lackey. And he's left lacking in the health department. 10 points of health. Shiro will finish it off. And yeah, 1x bet. It's got the most extreme it could possibly have gotten to. Gambit as close to 1 as they possibly can get. So, 11 converted. Entropiq, are they forcing? Nah.
Doesn't look like it right now, just a couple of light upgrades here. Now keep in mind for Entropiq, things, if they do lose this, there's still some silly way with mathematics and all that stuff that plays into 1s and 2s. And
basically all the teams that have won have to lose, and yeah, it's one of those.
So there is a chance, but it's not a very likely chance. Now Lucky with a bit of revenge right there. I'm sure he's going to be feeling good about getting that one. For Gambit, if they win this, they're in.
Look at that mid setup.
Well, they're doing the Hugo.
They are doing the Hugo without the smoke and a double man setup. One above, one below.
So that could be the Hugo and the Harry.
Ah, the Harry Hugo, yeah. A new variant.
We had enough of those lately. But
2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
What a waste of money.
The music store's going to be pissed. Here they come, up the ramp with their pistols and recovered FAMAS. Loud about this. CTs don't feel like they need to float too many players over. It's Nafany that confirms that there's no one home.
I feel like Nafany is the type of guy who is going to push.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too, but they've just tried to fake it out with steps, and Nafany will go looking. So Forrester, it's exciting, but it's not going to be for fun. Yeah, and Hobbit could not be in a deeper position, really. An impossible clear without a Molotov, so no fun for them to be had. Inter's to bait them in.
Come on, boys.
Come and look at me. Everyone look at generators. Hobbit strikes, and that is 12.
In that situation, Inters is like, you know, when you're driving down the road, and maybe you're going past an area where they sell cars, and you know that big inflatable dude out the front?
The wacky wave with inflatable arm,
he's
man.
throwing his arms in the air. That's what Inters is in that situation. Look at me. We got cars for sale.
Come over here.
Woo.
Come on in.
But really, Inters doesn't have any cars for sale, and just like a car salesman, will probably take you for all your money. So this one is a bonus situation for the Gambinos. See, can these AKs of Entropiq get anything done? Alien's down to the Krieg, or the Craig if you're from America. It's a heat-seeking grenade.
Yeah, loud about this. They are starting their advance. Shiro caught out. Wasn't anticipating Forrester so pushed up, so Entropiq with a crucial and must-have opener.
That's a bit gappy.
It is.
Can just be the A finish here quite easily, all things considered. Oh, yeah.
Squandered incendiary.
This is not looking good now. Alien's in a power position. They don't know about it. Alien's going to ruin their day.
Oh, no, they know about it. Oh, the one-way. They've dropped it. That will buy time.
Yeah, this is getting sketch now. 50 seconds on the clock still. You can call cancel, Entropiq, if you're not feeling it anymore. You have smokes and flashes to make this work, so staying forward.
So a Gambit, though. I mean, they're all here. The one-way fades, but Nafany still gets one for his troubles, and even damage onto Nickelback now converted by the Inter's rifle. One short. Bomb on Krad's back. He's trying to get into the site. Forrester's walked up. They should, and they will have that bomb down, courtesy of Lackey's headshot. Unless Axel wants to fly through that smoke, it's defended by the Lackey spray. Bomb down. Advantage Entropiq. It should be the round. Should. Krad's caught on the edge of the smoke. Some magnificent fragging out of Inters, and actually Lackey aggressing. Axel will catch him. I love the reposition. Perhaps they were going to line up for him, but Axel too quick on that, and that's his 24th for Gambit's 13th.
Yeah, I think we're sailing here to a map conclusion now. The plant, if we're going for best case scenarios, is going to give Entropiq another buy, another round where they can stay threatening with AKs, but I think they know where this one's headed as well. Gambit are just looking way too good right now. It looked good, like Entropiq with all the space. Right? They had a lot of room to work with. They even caught Shiro off guard.
How much can he see? I'm not sure.
Enough, apparently.
Yeah, clearly. But I'm always interested about like the way in which who has the advantages around those edges of the smokes. It's a very nuanced battle.
Look at, I was going to say, look at the lack of utility. Well, it doesn't matter if you keep getting these openings. They would, I think Entropiq, in terms of openings, a level at least.
Yeah, I'd argue that. I also think Nafany just went for his typical like ramp smoke spray without a ramp smoke.
Oh, there's two here.
There is, and Hobbit's already pre-aiming it. Hello, guys. And see ya, guys. He actually gets them both. And a fake retreat smoke. They threw it. That hurts. Look what you've been left with. Krad descending. And you might have to go knocking at the B door, but I mean,
imagine if you go middle. If you go middle, you go into the AWP of Shiro. If you go back towards B, you have to go into the AK of Axel. And he's playing so passive right now, Axel. Like, he's almost willing you to come in.
It's a weird way for him to be peeking it, but I imagine it means it's his headshot. It's much less likely he gets hit by that insta-dink. Goes down to the body shots regardless.
Could be around here.
Yeah, it could be. That was the frag they were waiting for, and now pushing up, taking space. His presence alone is a threat. Shaping up nicely here for Entropiq.
I think if you're Gambit, you should just relinquish this round. It's not worth losing everything right now, right? You're still in a power position in this game, and they will just slowly backpedal out of there. Now, Forrester, he doesn't let them hold on to their goodies. I think they're aware they could start scooping up a couple more if they do deny the saved rifles. Krad is going to get on out of dodge. They need to drop guns too here. So call this 6. Entropiq are able to get something. The gun's saved. Now, this next round of play is not going to be fantastic for Gambit, right? You can see there, if you take a look at the right-hand side of your screen, there's not a whole lot of cash to go around. Hobbit can drop a rifle, and probably should. And I think everybody, besides Nafany or Inters, will have a rifle here. One of them will be operating with an MP9. It will end up being Nafany. It makes sense for the way that he likes to approach that A-ramp hold. But is it the immediate response from Gambit, or are Entropiq actually working on something here? You see Inters, his job is to listen for footsteps. The guy is just playing the swing roll right now. Pre-fire, you can see what the plan was. Forrester now up close and personal. Wants to punish this space, and he has done.
Ooh. Oh, how does Nafany get away with murder? And pushing for more. Nickelback will burn from the grave. He strikes for his second, and it leaves Entropiq limping.
Yeah, you take that if you're Nafany. You only had an MP9 and you walk away with 2 kills here. So quickly they scurry over towards A, but so is the rotation right now. Axel calling B clear. He can be on a flank to ruin all this. Hobbit needs to get 1.
Oh, there you are. That's 2 impactful frags from Lackey that should and have translated, at least on B, into a round. This time, however, an exception. Shiro's still alive. Has he got the wall back? Misses it first. Won't get a chance at a second. Smokes and kit. Not quite the full kit, actually. I just see the smoke.
Might be another save, Alex.
Yeah, one on short, but they'll have to retreat, give this one up. So saving rifles, forcing the save. Here's the boys from Entropiq, and it was Lackey again into the site.
Yeah, and one of the things, we've spoken about a couple of different topics around Gambit, Hoppet specifically. Let's start with the one around Gambit, is they'll lose the rounds they should, right? That's a type of round that they're never going to push the issue on and go for the 2-on-3 retake, right? Once it went from 3v3 to 2v3, they're done. That's the type of round you go, okay, all right, yeah, they lost that one, right? Another key point regarding this matchup we have on our screens right now, win streak existed at one point in time last year in the early stages. The team was Lackey and Elian, Bondic, I'm forgetting, Krizen.
Yes, you did this before, go on.
And Hobbit, who is now on the other side. So in that same time period, this is where Elian and Lackey have found themselves, and this is where Hobbit is.
Yeah, but the Hobbit storyline, as I mean, it's one. It's one of a kind.
Exactly.
It is one of a kind. Yeah, incredible recovery. And look at him now.
Look at him now.
Actually, Krad's lucky to get away with that one. Bloody hell.
The nature of the ladder and dropping to your death as well. Very fortunate.
Look at Nafany just trying his very damnedest to hit a dink on the way in. He's gone away. Shiro called upon, like, maybe don't want to overcommit with your raw. You'd love to keep it around for the next round of play, but you also don't want to leave your USP on an island. So he fires off a warning shot, and it doesn't really stop the clear from Nickelback.
Yeah, don't lose this orb, Shiro. Not worth it, mate. It's a lot of damage. It's a good shot. How many more is he going to go for here?
Whoa, that's a big tag.
If only he knew.
Oh, he actually was such a good read of their reposition.
Come on, Axel. Let's find us an opening, shall you, mate?
We're saving, right? Right?
Oh, we're definitely saving now. Now we got to get out. Smokey disappears just like that. The menace himself and the bodyguard is there to make sure it doesn't get out of control. Shiro can hold on to his AWP. Inters will get to keep his rifle. And now it will be 8 rounds for Entropiq. Sadly, guys, this is another one of those matter of time games, it feels like. Remember, 15 in a row for Gambit. This will be their 16th, if I've counted correctly. And this is how awkward it really got for Krad here. So you see, he comes the dink, and he has to drop. He drops to 8. Oh, wow. Kept very, very low. You calling it? You reckon this is it?
Yeah, this is where they return.
Okay. The beast is back.
The beast is back in town.
The boys are back in town. The boys are back in town.
Oh, it looks aggressive out of that orb. Yeah, and it was very brave. Shiro braves the flame, and a wide open Nafany is the first of 4. Okay, head starts to tilt in question. Flash looks good to catch Shiro off the line, and yeah, it's booked him. You see that lineup? Oh, this one's fallen into place perfectly. Looks like Entropiq have got a bit of bite to this T side.
I don't know if you'll be allowed to save again here, Gambit. Entropiq might start to have a look in for these rifles. I'm sure they're fed up of letting you just hold on to your guns now. Axel falls. They know Inters is the float man, the specialist, who is lingering over towards this B bomb site, and I'm sure holding on to this AK is his #1 mission right now. Fumbles the movement, footsteps likely noted, and Elian, oh, he's up close and personal. He'll take him down. Only 1. Well, no, not even 1. None. Not even a kill. Just damage. Just damage.
When you say float man, is that what Rush likes to call the safety net? Is the safety net a different kettle of fish?
Well, the safety net, like Rush does it from a selfish angle where he wants to put himself in the position to get kills. Inters does it the complete opposite way. He's going to be the guy listening. He'll be flashing for you. He'll be bailing you out. He'll be there to help you. Rush's position is leaving the other bomb site completely empty, right? Normally, right, you have 3 guys holding A. Rush decides he's going to go B. He doesn't call it. Nobody can smoke. Nobody can flash. There's no communication. We all die.
Okay.
Inters is the opposite.
The opposite of that.
He will fill every desire that you possibly have, old
If
Inters.
anything, maybe Inters is the safety net, and Rush is really
the clown.
The clown. Glad we got that ironed out.
It's good when he's not here to defend himself.
It's fantastic. Armored Deegs and a little cheeky MP9 action for Axile.
It's getting uncomfortably close.
It is, isn't it? Considering the half, a 10-5 half and one pistol left us with 13 very early into the piece for Gambit, but I haven't seen them back in a while. Boosting over ramp.
Nafany's opening deaths has to be absurd at this point, right?
It has to, especially from the first half.
He's got to be sitting. I don't know if I don't have the exact number in front of me. Maybe 7 or 8 opening deaths, I'd say. Not all of them have mounted in round losses, but it's not great either way. And here we go.
Oof, couple of bullets there onto the nostrils of Ellie, and he's living on. And here's the fight from Forrester. Crab walked in, and he won't be ready for another. The Deagles filling the feed. Lackey got 30 points of health. A single bullet would put him down, and it does.
Oh.
Nafany sprays down them both. And all it took was a couple of pistols, a light buy, a stack, and the chaos does haunt the boys of Entropiq. Look at this. Look how many corpses are littered on short, and that's where the bomb is. Crad
I get it, though.
will be allowed to pick it up by Gambit. There's no resistance here whatsoever.
What are Gambit doing right now? Crad's going to plant for free here. The bomb's down. They're not just going to run at him.
He's allowed to cross back. There they are.
Okay, Crad.
Incredibly low. Yeah, Crad, if you can worm your way out of here. It's not planted for him, though. Their cut noise is so suspicious. And that's one way to finish things off neat and tidy. All right. Gambit, what a ridiculous round. The fact that they also leave with those bonus rifles, I'm not sure if there's another one on short. There likely is, yep.
4 AKs, dude. Yowza.
So we'll see how this one did fall apart. It was Nafany that really finished the job. But one on the Deag, tags another, and then this AK spray to finish the job. He just starts unloading. You can see there's just procedurally clears while spraying.
That is spray and pray right there.
Yeah, that was exactly what that was, and it nets them around. Around they had no right to.
Well, Shiro's up to 19 as well, and oh dear, Hooch not happy with that. I think he knew that that was well, that would have gotten them to double digits. That would have got them up to 10, and they are really part of this comeback now, or at least they were. I think that conversation's been stalled out. Seen some very frustrating responses out of Crad and Hooch, so they're under the pump here. Held at bay by some util there. Crad will think better of heading on into mid just now. Lackey are making sure Axile can't post up close. And they will be turning their attention back towards the A bomb site one more time. Everybody making their way over. Oh dear, Forrester's already gone down, and I think now they're a bit flustered.
Yeah, look at them. They hadn't considered sandbags as Forrester swung into the site. Now they're jumping their util for that. There's 3 CTs to receive them. Hobbit, considering the one-way, opts for something different.
See how quick that is?
Yeah.
Just the different util he went through in his mind. Am I doing the one-way smoke? I've done a jump flash. I'm going to jump smoke to get... that's the encyclopedia of nades in their head he just rifled through.
Yeah.
All from a similar position.
And from that same position, you can throw that stop molly for the bomb as well. Like, that's a power position.
They will be going into Nafany, Shiro, and Hobbit here if they do decide to finish on A. Hobbit is low, that's one positive.
Nafany lingers in the fading smoke. He's done damage. Nothing lethal, but it's into spray that finishes the job. My God. Nickelback alone. Multiple targets. And this isn't going to last much longer. 29 points of health. He has to plan, and they're not going to let him.
Just harassing him here, aren't they? And Inters with another one through the smoke. Let's make it 3 for the round. Inters peels in, just unloads, gets 2, and finishes things off with that final kill. Now, money is here. You get it on the replay. You can see exactly what I was talking about there. All that damage done by Nafany converted. And then just using the sound cue, the time, the fact that Nickelback has nowhere to run and hide. Well, here it is, Entropiq. Round number 25. Likely their final round of play here. Gambit 1 round away from securing themselves a slot in the playoffs.
Hobbit hears a lot there. They're coming A. Shiro unwilling to try and take a fight, but that's a well-placed incendiary onto the sandbags position. Wow, Nafany tries to evacuate, but takes one with him. That was the bomb carrier of all the targets he could have found.
Chip damage is the perfect term for Vertigo, isn't it? Just so much chip damage.
And look at this full Gambit squad re-aggress on ramp. They take back that control, using all of their resources and teammates to do so. And by the time that they get the answer, Axar's going to have to get his knife out. Yeah, he is charging. Now, Krad's waiting to catch a timing through mid.
They're going to be late on to be here. They're not just going to start running. They don't have any util, right? So they have Lackey's one flash. They should be on B. Like, they should be able to meet them right here at the pass.
And that's Gambit working their magic here. They're in. They confirm there's no one pushed up. And as they swing in, contact's taken. That's the double out of
nice
Nickelback.
double.
Yeah, exactly what the doctor ordered. Elian trying to get across to post up. Shiro has the info at the bare minimum. This is the late lurk out of Krad, and his timing looks great. Looks impeccable. Inter's considered it, but looks away at the wrong time and punished the averted gaze. Nice shot out of Shiro, but not even going to give it a look in. No kit, only the AWP. Not interested in going for that, despite them being close. And so it will be that double digits for Entropiq. Gambit gonna have to, or rather gonna have 5 opportunities after this one.
Yeah, and you see again, like Entropiq handling a situation that could have gotten really out of control. It felt like Gambit had all the information in the world there. I think they're a little bit skittish, worried about a mid slip during all of their A aggress. Nickelback wanting another frag in this one. It's going to be coming around the rear of Shiro, but not enough time to make the magic happen. And, well, money for the buy. That's not the issue. Gambit just need to lock down one of these key areas. There's been a lot of uncertainty, right? They've been forced back away from A. They haven't been able to win out that ramp fight. Or at least when they do, haven't been able to hold on to it for too long. But here we go again. Elian gets his AWP. Everybody gets their AK-47s. And Nickelback, well, he's choosing to operate with a MAC-10 here, Alex.
See if the choice has anything to report.
He's dead already.
Yeah, never mind. Forrester, though, taking a lot of space. The flash has slowed him down. Axar's vision, and they test him. He shows them why they shouldn't. Elian, close quarters. Oh, ping! That's brilliant out of Elian. Can't find the final frag onto B. Hobbit puts him on his arse, and now Krad for the game. Oh, that was some good shooting out of Elian. Crosshair was in the right place to Hobbit as well.
Oh, let's think about this one here for a second. Krad has a lot of space. They have no idea where he is. He's done a lot of mid-lurky boy plays. So they're going to be aware that the flank is a potential. Hobbit locked in towards the quad position. Krad is quite fast on this. And, well, a gap right now would be the long way round through CT. If he doesn't kill Nafany, he could find Hobbit.
Yeah, Trigger disciplines up for the bait there, and he just strikes. Nafany was looking the wrong way. Looking for info on Hobbit.
Saw nothing quad. Maybe he won't consider it.
Any info, and what an angle out of Hobbit. That wraps things up. Gambit secure the playoffs. It's a guarantee they will be there. And on the other side of things, things looking bleak for Entropiq.